You ever hear a story so wild it makes you question what you'd do if it was you standing there, in a white dress, carrying a secret you never asked for? Well, that was me, Kim, 28, 7 months pregnant, and about to marry a man I thought was the answer to every prayer I ever whispered at night. People always said I carried myself with quiet grace. But truth is, sometimes grace is just what you hold on to so you don't fall apart in front of everybody. The night before my wedding, the house was bursting with noise. Aunties frying chicken out back, cousins running wild, somebody shouting for baby wipes like it was a matter of national security, and me, sitting on the edge of my old bed, rubbing my belly, trying to calm the little life inside me as my white veil hung on the door. Linda, my cousin, always the tornado, waltzed in chewing gum, like boundaries never applied to her. Girl, you've seen us sit here and not do anything special for your man. She wanted me to sneak over to his hotel with the gold wristwatch I bought as a gift. You're pregnant, about to be his wife, it'll mean the world, she said. I laughed, told her I was tired, but she didn't let up. And I'll admit, part of me thought, maybe she's right, maybe love is about those little risks, those gestures that say, I choose you even when my legs hurt. So I called an Uber, tucked the gift and a handwritten note in a bag, and headed to Mirari Hotel, heart pounding like I was a teenager again. At the front desk, the lady told me, he checked in earlier, but he's not alone. The words hit like ice water. He came in with a woman. I stood there for a second, holding my breath, telling myself, maybe it's a sister, maybe a friend, maybe someone from the wedding team. But I couldn't shake the feeling, that gut instinct, the one you wish would just shut up and let you be happy. Well, mine was screaming. I went up anyway. 7th floor, room 712. Voices, laughter, then sounds no bride wants to hear. My heart just dropped. I pressed record on my phone, hands shaking, recorded everything, his voice saying he was only marrying me because of the baby, mocking the future I dreamed about. The woman laughed. You're wicked, she said, and I stood there, still as stone, letting their words burn through every hope I had left. I left without a word. Bought a new memory card at the pharmacy, backed up the recording, sent it to my email, because if there's one thing I knew, it was that I had to protect my child. I got home, didn't sleep a wink. Played the recording over and over until the words stopped hurting and just became noise. By dawn, the house was a wedding factory again, yams peeling, decorators arguing over ribbons, music blaring. But me? I was done with pretending. Called my godfather, told him to pull his investment from a book as business. Called my lawyer, told her to cancel the marriage license, whatever it took, just make sure it's done. No more hesitation. My hands were shaking, but my mind was clear for the first time in weeks. Linda came in with jollof rice and too much fake sweetness. I stared at her, wondering if she could look me in the eye. She couldn't. A book called too, playing the sweet fiancé, making plans for the first dance, and promising me the world. I let him talk, gave him nothing back, hung up, and started making a list of people I wanted to witness my victory, not my humiliation. My dad came in, prayed over me, asked for peace and loyalty. I said amen, but in my heart, I prayed for the truth to drown out every lie. The wedding morning, sun blazing, guests arriving in their best. Everyone convinced today was about love. I stare at my phone, license canceled. Officially withdrawn. Good luck, my lawyer texted. I slid the memory card into a Bluetooth audio device, hid it in my bouquet. Walked through the motions, veil on, dress perfect, face calm. But inside, I was ready for war. You could feel the electricity, everyone watching, waiting, but only I knew what was coming. I walked down that aisle like I was walking through fire, every eye on me, a booker grinning like the man he never was. He said his vows, all that pretty talk about love and loyalty, while my cousin Linda sat in the front row, eyes glued to her phone, trying not to shake. When it was my turn, I didn't say a word. Just reached into my bouquet, pressed the button. Their voices exploded through the speakers as confession, her laughter, every ugly detail spilling out into the perfect little church. People gasped, tried to stop the recording, but I stood my ground, said, let it finish. Abuka's face went ghost white, the pastor frozen. I told the crowd, that's what happened last night while I was home praying for this day. That's my groom and his real lover, my own cousin. Pointed right at Linda. All hell broke loose. Women screamed. Someone fainted. The choir didn't know whether to sing or run. I took off my ring, dropped it on the floor, and said, I won't cry today. I walk out of here head held high, and I'll raise this child in peace. As I left, the crowd parted. Applause started slow and then swelled. Outside, the sun hit my face, and for the first time in days, I breathed free. A woman asked if I was okay. I said, I will be. Word spread like wildfire, Kioma the Brave, room 712, the altar bombshell, my phone blowing up, messages from strangers, news crews at the gate, my story all over the internet. Some said I destroyed Ibuka, but the truth is he destroyed himself. His business collapsed overnight. Investors pulled out. Family shunned him. And Linda, well, she became a ghost in her own home, her shame bigger than any punishment I could give. People reached out, women telling me my courage helped them walk away from pain they'd carried for years. I started a blog, The Bride Who Walked, and it grew faster than I imagined. Women shared their stories. Healing found its way in, slow but steady. Even when Ibuka showed up begging at my gate, I refused to let him in. When he finally got in to apologize, I told him I'd already forgiven him, not for him, but for me. My father told me, cry because you're free, not because you lost anything. He lost you. Months passed. My belly grew. My peace grew with it. My daughter Amarachi was born on a rainy night. Her birth made front-page news from broken bride to bold mother. I wrote a book, spoke at women's groups, started an organization. Every day, I saw myself reflected in women who came to me for help, scared, hurting, but ready to choose themselves. Ibuka? He faded away. No more business, no more pride, just regret. Linda? Her name still lingered on people's tongues, but her power was gone. Me? I became more than a bride. I became my own home, my own hero, my daughter's whole world. And maybe, just maybe, a little hope for someone else who needs to hear. Walking away doesn't make you weak. It means you know your worth. So let me ask you, if you had to choose between a picture-perfect life built on lies and the freedom that comes from telling the truth, what would you choose? Would you walk away? Or would you stay and break yourself trying to fix what's already broken? Share your thoughts below, because someone out there is listening and your story might just save a life.